Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mukesh English. This is Mukesh Soni. In this video, I'm going to have a discussion of model question paper of open elective, and the title of the paper is Functional English Grammar and Study Skills. So one of my students requested me to do the video on this topic, on this model question paper, and the duration will be 2 hours 30 minutes, maximum marks 30. I repeat once again, it's an open elective paper titled Functional English and Functional English Grammar and Study Skills. Now, the part 1, answer all the questions in a sentence or two each. So you'll be given here 10 questions, each for 2 marks. So 20 marks question where you have to attempt 10 questions each for 2 marks. Now, question number 1, what is the purpose of spoken English? What is the purpose of spoken English? Spoken English always allow you to broaden your world, from job opportunities to the ability to relate to people from every country. Knowing the language makes it much more interesting every trip. Means to say, the importance of spoken English in today's context. It's very important from the job point of view. It's very important to enhance your personality. Second question is about the expansion of few pattern. SVO, subject verb object. SVC, subject verb complement. Question number 3, from the clause, define noun phrase. A noun phrase is a group of words headed by a noun that includes modifiers. And which are the modifiers? Like the, of, them, with, her. So noun phrase plays the role of a noun. In a noun phrase, the modifiers can come before or after the noun. Example, that new pink bike is mine. So which is noun phrase here? That new pink bike. Question number 4, what is past participle? It's from the tense. In grammar, a past participle is the form of a verb. You can use it in the past perfect or in the passive tense. For example, in the sentence, have you sung karaoke? So the word sung is a past participle of the root verb sing. So while past participles come from verbs and often act as verbs, so they can also be used as adjectives. Question number 5, define prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, and any words that modify the object. Most of the time, a prepositional phrase modifies a verb or a noun. These two kinds of prepositional phrase are also called as the adverbial phrases or adjectival phrases, respectively. Question number 6, mention writing skills. Means to say, what is the importance, what is the meaning of writing skills? Writing skills are the skills you use to write effectively and succinctly. Means to say, very effectively. A good writer is someone who can communicate their point to the audience without using too much fluff and in a way that the other person can easily understand. Means to say, writing skills are the skills which help you to enhance your writing skill very effectively, where you can easily communicate in a very you can easily communicate to the person in the writing manner, so that people can understand what have you expressed through your writing. Question number 7, name the use of functional writing. Functional writing is a kind of writing which aims at conveying a specific, direct, and clear message to a specific audience. It includes several areas. Example, writing instructions, formal letters, notes, invitations, advertisements, and report writing. They come under the category of functional writing, where you focus on some specific areas or the direct and the clear message. Question number 8, writing process includes. What does the writing process include? Writing process includes discovery, investigation, pre-writing, drafting, revising, and editing. Question number 9, which are the models of writing? The models of writing are persuasive writing, narrative writing, expository writing, descriptive writing. And the last question for 2 marks here, what is the meaning of scheming? Scheming is one of the tools you can use to read more in less time. Scheming is one of the tools which you can use to read more in the less time. Scheming refers to looking only for the general or main ideas and works best with the known fiction or factual material. With scheming, your overall understanding is reduced because you don't read everything. For example, when you read the newspaper, you just go through the main headings of the newspaper. This is called skimming. If you read the content of the newspaper, content of the particular in the news, that's called scanning. Now we are moving to the part 2. So the first part here refers to 20 questions. 10 questions will be asked, each for 2 marks. Now in the part 2 you need to answer 4 questions. You will be given here 5 questions. Out of 4, out of the 5 questions, you need to attempt 4 questions. Each question is for 5 marks, sorry, 5 marks. So the first question is here, dialogue writing. So here there's a situation. Write a dialogue stating that you are not attending your friend's wedding due to your busy work schedule. So you can imagine here, you can imagine and you can construct a very effective dialogue using a proper punctuation. So for example, Ramesh, hi Suresh, how are you? Suresh says, hi Ramesh, I'm fine. How about you? Ramesh says, I'm fine. I'm glad to inform you that I'm getting married on 20th March 2023. I cordially invite you. Suresh says, hey, that's really good news or great news. Congratulations. Ramesh, thank you. But you should come with your uncle with uncle and auntie. Suresh says, I'm sorry, Ramesh. On the day, we will be in New Delhi in one family function. Ramesh says, I wish you should attend. I'll miss you. Suresh says, I congratulate you once again for your married life. Ramesh, thank you so much. So, like this, you can construct a very effective dialogue based on the given situation. This question is for 5 marks. Question number 2, you need to draft an email to your mother about your work and health. So, when you're drafting an email to your mother, obviously it will be informal. So, any formal or the informal emails will be asked. So, you know that very well. So first two, then subject and the inbox. So xyz@gmail.com, subject you can mention anything. I thought addressing mom as hi mom is quite very easy. It's an informal mail. Hi mom, how are you and how is dad? I hope all is good with you. I know you love me so much and worried about my health. It was a normal fever because of change in weather. I'm taking good care of myself, mom, and I do not want you to get stressed or worried that much. I'm preparing well for my examination. Don't worry about it. I wish you good health. I'll come soon after the examination, your son. So there's no guarantee that only the informal mail will appear. Any kind of mail might appear. Format remains same. To address, to means to say to whom you are to. What is the receiver's mail address? You need to mention. Then subject, then address. I mean to say, you use the salutation, dear sir, dear madam, then the body of the email, then finally you can mention thanks and regards or warm regards. Now the question number 3 from the time and tense. So here 5 sentences are given and you need to identify to which tense the sentence belongs to. Question number 1, children like chocolates. So this sentence reflects simple present tense. She ate an apple. This sentence reflects simple past tense. Ate, the past tense of eat. She had been waiting for her friend. This sentence reflects past perfect continuous tense. Then I'll meet you tomorrow. This sentence reflects simple present tense, or some people also say future tense. So there is no future tense. We can call it future times, future time, or simple present tense. They have been traveling in this train for 2 days. This sentence reflects present perfect continuous tense. So this is for 5 marks. Now, question number 4. You need to fill the blanks by using suitable auxiliaries. So, which are the auxiliaries? There are 24 auxiliaries in English. Is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, used, to, dare, ought. So, these are 24 auxiliaries. So, question number 1. You like ice cream. So answer is here. Do you like ice cream? So here we need to use the auxiliary do. Auxiliary means to say helping verbs. May I come in, sir? Is this your coat? Will you please lend your pen? Can I drink water? So like this, out of 24 auxiliaries, 24 helping verbs, you need to apply the appropriate helping verbs. I repeat: is, am, are, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, ought, used to. So these are 24 auxiliary verbs. You can use it here wherever it is suitable or the appropriate. Now we are moving to the fifth question for the part two. Fifth question from the dictionary. What is the advantage of dictionary for learners? What is the importance of dictionary? Dictionary can help the learners in three major ways. Number one, they can help learners understand words that they meet in reading and listening. They can help learners find words that they need for speaking and writing. They can help learners remember words, retention. In language, learning or teaching process, the importance of using dictionaries cannot be denied. Means to say it's very important in the learning process of language. Dictionary's role, dictionary plays a very vital role. It is obvious that the dictionary can be an extremely useful learning resource, especially as it makes the learner more independent of the teacher. Means if you don't know any word, you need not depend on the teacher. Open the dictionary, find the meaning of the word. And today's context, in the era of technology, we have online dictionaries. We have so many applications which does not need even internet. Also, you can type on those applications. You can download and type and find the meaning, different applications of the words, pronunciation of the words. So this is how you can easily exploit the words with the help of dictionary. Now, the part 3. This part 3, three questions will be given. Out of the three questions, you need to attempt two questions each for 10 marks. So this is for 20 marks. Part 3 will be for 20 marks. Will be having a choice. Out of three questions, you need to attempt two. Now, this is very much theoretical paper, or theoretical questions will be asked in this part 3. Define noun clause, adjective clause, adverbial clause, prepositional clause or phrase. Generally, it's called prepositional phrase, not prepositional clause. So what is the meaning of noun clause? A noun clause performs the function of a noun in a sentence or functions like the nominal group. Noun clauses stand as indirect or direct objects, nominatives, objects of a preposition, subject of the verb, object of the verb, subject or object complement, or we can say prepositional complement. Examples. You should give examples in the examination. That he will come today is uncertain. So the noun clause is here, that he will come today. Going home at this time is not favorable. So where is the noun clause? Going home at this time. Why we came here has not been mentioned. So the noun clause is here. Why we came here. Then adjective clause. This clause does the work of adjectives, and by this it also has a name called adjective clause. Adjectives, what is the meaning of adjectives? The words which describe or give more information about the nouns or pronouns in a sentence. So we can divide the relative clause, this is also called as a relative clause, in two categories. So here, restrictive relative, that means which describe the defining clause or the qualifying clause. Second is non restrictive relative, which can also called as a non defining or non qualifying. So example, the meat which he spent so much to buy was already spoiled. So which is the adjective clause here? Which he spent so much to buy. The clergy who delivered the fire sermon was invited by the police. So here adjective clause is here, who delivered the fire sermon. Jan, whose bag was stolen, has returned home. Whose bag was stolen is the adjective clause. Next, we have here adverbial clause. An adverbial clause is a clause that performs the function of an adverb in a sentence. Now, what is adverb? An adverb modifies the verb in a sentence. It answers the questions like what, where, when, why, whose, whom, etc. All 9 WS questions. The adverbial clause has so many types. Example, adverbial clause of time, place, manner, reason, condition, concession, purpose, comparison. Example, while the driver was making a call, the car skid, skidded off the road. So here adverbial clause is here while the driver was making a call. When she saw her long lost son, she broke down in tears. So, which is the adverbial clause here? When she saw her long lost son. Now, we have prepositional phrase. There is no prepositional clause, prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase is a group of words which consists preposition, its object, or any words that modify the object. So, most of the time, a prepositional phrase modifies a verb or noun. So these two kinds of prepositional phrases are called as like adverbial or adjectival. Example, he arrived in time. So which is a prepositional phrase here? In time. There's a preposition in. My mother has always wanted to live in a cabin by the lake. So by the lake. After the game will be too late for us to go to dinner. So after the game is the prepositional phrase. Now, let's move to the next question. What is scheming, scanning, extensive reading, and intensive reading? So, these are the four sub skills or techniques of reading. So, first, scheming. Scheming refers to taking a quick glance at something or looking at things on the surface. Similarly, skimming process in the reading involves looking at the text on a surface level without going in depth. It refers to the process of reading only the main ideas within a text to get an overall impression of the content. By doing so, the reader eliminates the unnecessary details in the text like stories, examples. Simple words we can say skimming means to say just reading the highlights, not the main content. Just reading the key points, not the whole detail. Scanning, for example, sorry, so here in the skimming, we focus on the reading the titles, subheadings, introduction, conclusions, summary, notes, diagrams, graphic representations, bullet points, etc. Now, what is scanning? Just like skimming, scanning is a process of examining specific information within a text, where a quick glance helps in obtaining the relevant information without reading the whole text. The basic purpose of scanning is to extract only the required information from the text, irrespective of whether the reader has understood the text or not. The need for scanning arises when one is looking for an answer to a particular question or locate a particular idea or a keyword in a text. Scanning is a technique that requires concentration and is mostly search oriented than close reading. Means you go through in a depth. Again, selective reading, but in depth reading. Intensive reading. Intensive reading is a method of reading through which readers acquire in depth through detailed and comprehensive pursuit and assimilation of a written piece. To read intensively demands having an all round focus and concentration while reading a piece in order to have the best available understanding of the content and concepts. And intensive reading is a purposeful reading. For example, examination. What do? You do the intensive reading. You try to understand each and every key point. During intensive reading, one may be required to expend so much time, sorry, it's a spelling error, to spend so much time and energy trying to have a deep understanding of the text. Intensive reading, unlike extensive reading, is not particularly interested in covering a large piece of work. Now, extensive reading. Extensive reading is a form of reading that seeks to cover a large quantity of text, usually with the aim of grasping a general understanding of the whole book. To read extensively means to read widely. It's a way of reading where a reader engages with different types of reading material, example, fiction, non fiction, some work related documents, newspaper articles, some statistical data, some report of any of the particular event or any of the particular uh, product. Okay, so this is how we have tried to answer this question. Now we are moving to the third question, the last question of the part 3. Which are the strategies and method to improve reading skills? So the most important method to improve the reading skill is here called SQ3R. That means survey, query, read, recall, and review. Now, what is survey? The step one. The first step to reading involves a quick preview of the text. This could be reading the introduction, titles, and headings, and looking at the pictures and charts. Surveying helps in activating any minor information that you previously know about the text. Step 2, query. A survey kindles readers' curiosity, leading to the next step called query. When you do the survey, you get so many objections, so many queries, so many problems, so many questions. The reader starts making predictions about the text while asking questions which are answered after the completion of the reading. When the human mind is actively searching for answers, it becomes engaged in the learning process, which in turn helps in active reading of the text. The third part is here reading. The goal of this step is to begin reading with a few paragraphs or one section at a time, depending on how dense the material is, how depth the material is. In this step, it is important to search for answers as the reading goes on. While reading, identifying certain keywords will also help you in remembering the content which is going to be read. Step 4, recall. After reading a few paragraphs of one section, it is important to stop reading and take time to recall. This means to summarize the section in one's own words as if the reader was sharing the main ideas of the text with someone who has never read it. This method helps the readers gain better control of the text. Last is here review. Once the reading is complete, it is important to take some time to review. The process of reviewing is an act of evaluating what is understood through discussions, written reviews, etc. Maybe the reader can write a brief summary or review of the text or engage in a discussion with a fellow reader who has read the text. This method is seen in a classroom during the question and answer discussion of the text after the short story is completed. When the short story gets over, the teacher asks questions and the answers are followed. There could be a lesson based activity to help retain the content for long term. Now we have few important methods to improve reading skills. So first important method is here, you should always have a pen pencil while reading a book. Second, you should read the whole paragraph or a section before underlining or highlighting. Don't highlight in the beginning. First, you read it. Then you should highlight or annotate the text. Then you read out loud or maybe sometimes silently. Then, while reading, you should give a pause and try to recall. Then you schedule a reading goal. You should schedule some goal. Today, I read one paragraph, tomorrow, three paragraphs, then like this. Time your reading speed, just time out that how long, how fast, what is the pace of your reading. So this is how you can improve your reading skills. So dear friends, thank you so much for watching this, and this is how I have tried to solve the model question paper of the open electives titled Functional English, Grammar and Study Skills. I wish you good luck for the examination. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video. You can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Please do subscribe the channel, click on the like button for more videos on literature, workbook, pronunciation, grammar, communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.